I mean, that's like even if you weren't winning money, then they were talking about pride, just being able to say you're the best. Yeah, that's great to win a championship. But if you can say you win 4 in a row, that's just all right. I'm done.
You're done. You're out of here.
Yeah, I'm done. I retire at that point.
Okay. Well, well, looks like Gankstars, they've cleared it pretty fast, and maybe Team Secret should watch out.
Maybe they should watch out. Indeed, they make the rotate over. Team Secret decide they don't want to deal with it at all. So a very interesting rotation. They're right back to base.
Yeah, and I actually think it'll be really good for them to try and fight it out. And I think Team Secret, they did a good decision, being a little bit wary, being cautious, just teleporting back. Because there's so much CC on the side of Gankstars that it's very easy for Rakizar to land those supernovas. And that, they do a lot of damage, actually, at level 1.
They definitely do, and it's very distracting. Don't tell my boss, but I saw him drop some kappas in chat just now. It's very, very professional of him, and I like to see that happening.
Throwing a wrench into the works there.
Throwing a wrench into the works, of course. And keeping it professional, ever professional.
We're gonna call you out on that.
We will not let that slide. We can cast, we can chat, we can do it all. And Gankstars, I think they're in a really good position here. Like, you just have to bide your time moving forward. And preferentially, I think I really would prefer to have this ability to have CC, but the high damage output out of Celeste. Like, you have high damage output out of all the heroes for Team Secret, but they don't have the ability to really control a fight.
Actually, what I'd be expecting to see is Kvalfar. He should be out farming Iraqi Zara right now because there's a lot of harass. We're seeing that nice rotation coming out from the rest of Team Secret. And Net Toilette!
Net Toilette eating a lot of damage, but he wants to frontline for his team, but not just yet. Polite Company going to give them a little bit of durability. Iraqi trying to get himself backwards. That forward barrage, maybe if he was just a little closer, could be cleaning up a double kill, potentially even a triple kill. Team Secret, they are in a great position to just apply pressure right now. Gankstars got to be very careful how they approach this defense. Getting wall out of Tetno, just buying about a quarter of a second there. It looks like Net's gonna think about teleporting out, but if he teleports out and they see that, instantly you just go and apply pressure, right?
Yeah, definitely. Rakizar, he's got that potion, he's been activating them non-stop, but there is so much pressure coming out from Team Secret. Look at this. This could go down even faster than the first heart from the last game.
Could it though? That was a 4-minute turret.
That was like 3:59, so yeah, 4 minutes.
No, it is very low. Net will teleport out. This is the problem with the Celeste, right? Like, she's very, very strong. Once you get up past that level 8, you start to get some items on her, but early on you can abuse her ability in the lane, her inability to do much in the lane. And this is forcing Tetno to just stick around as well, so he's not going to be getting much farm. And, well, I guess the flip side on that argument is if Palm was up there trying to pressure, he's not getting farm either, right?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Tetno's actually ahead right now, 16-11, and you kind of don't want to be pouring a little bit more money into Palmator, and they're trying to do that by taking that turret down really quickly. But the defense actually coming out from Gankstars is good right now, and they're able to prevent that turret from going down. So they're going for the good decision here. They're going to take their jungle farm. They're not going to get the middle camps, though.
Okay. Now, assuming that this style of play keeps up, Team Secret want to push turrets down. How long do Gankstars need to keep this turret up for them to feel safe, for them to feel okay about it going down?
You know, if they take that turret, it gives a lot to Team Secret. And if they can hold it out past like 8 minutes, that's pretty good. Because if they get that turret, they'd lose control of the jungle. Because what we would kind of see coming out from Team Secret is we'll see Palmator and Mowgli begin to encroach into their jungle, taking away their farm, denying it. And this is something Team Secret do very well, that pushing, that constant pressure. But Gankstars, they've obviously watched the VODs. They know what Team Secret do.
We'll talk about pressure. I saw right there the community voting that they were definitely leaning towards Team Secret. I think like 63% in favor of predictions that Team Secret would be winning here. So let's see if Gankstars can prove them wrong. Right now it doesn't look so. Net eating a lot of damage, and Mowgli playing like he's in a core position. I think Mowgli's having quite a good time on this Roam Samuel.
Oh, I definitely think so. He's having fun out there, being right up front, dealing the damage out. And, you know, he's usually the one enabling his teammates to do that, but this time he gets his own little share. And this time I think the turret is going to go down. But there, as it goes down.
I think we're watching Vainglory right now.
Oh, really? You think so? Okay.
I think so. So it's okay. There's going to be the mids taken away by Team Secret. We talked about this before. Such an important tool when you're looking to shut down your opponent's ability to take anything across the map. Like, if you're going to fight, well, you've taken away their ability to get some regeneration. It's also gold and experience going your way. It's just a great way to do things.
Yeah, definitely great. And actually, you know, Rakizar, he's doing a really good job of keeping up with CS, with Kvalfar. You know, 49 to 46. That's pretty close. They've lost a turret. It's not going to be as easy for them to do it now. We're seeing Kvalfar beginning to stall the lane out, forcing Rakizar to come out in a little bit more aggressive positioning. And actually, it's very easy for Team Secret, the rest of Team Secret, to come up behind and flank them.
Definitely. And I'm just trying to think of like the mentality of Iraqi right now. Like, what are you thinking being level 4, having your turret down? They've already applied so much pressure. Like, if I'm in queue right now, I'm bringing up the scoreboard just to see how long it is till I can surrender. But I know definitely Iraqi, he's got different thoughts going on. These guys, they're just looking at different ways they can approach. How are they going to win this game? Buy some time. It's going to be Drifting Dark, Mowgli moving forward, but off the mark with the Malice and Verdict. So he's going to have to wait for that cooldown to come back up. Palm Throw has hit level 6, so Death from Above is going to be a tool that they can abuse as they get into these fights. And it's actually pretty easy to land on a hero like Celeste, who's not that mobile.
Yeah, but you know, the thing is, Iraqi Zara, he will be keeping behind net to let Techno JJ. Long he doesn't get forward, it's going to be difficult for Palmastor to get that target lock and get that Death from Above. There goes the Oblivion. Yeah,
Oblivion. Oh, Iraqi sleeping right there. Techno's going to move forward. Doesn't pin one to K-Ball. Nice! Get the wall backwards into the cribble, and he is roasted and toasted right there. Gankstars going to get first blood. Team Secret may have taken the first objective, but first kill going over to Gankstars. Now it's Mowgli rooted in place, but Drifting Dark moving forward, just hovering over Iraqi and net. Mowgli pumping out damage with that Malice and Verdict. Core Collapse off the mark. Could have been really nice if that did land. But Palm and Mowgli, they're going to have to think about getting out here.
Oh, cheeky.
Mowgli, no mercy. You want to teleport out, you better have better positioning than that, Iraqi.
Yeah, very cheeky there. But Techno JJ, ooh, it's going to be caught out. Nay.
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 Is there a horse over here?
There is. It's a farm.
It's a farm.
Bringing it back.
That's the truth. It's, this is hashtag, it's just farm glory right now. Oh, Gankstars, they're able to get themselves out. Don't die right there. So the snowball's really not rolling too hard yet for Team Secret, but they definitely have advantage in this game thus far across the map. Solar Storm almost perfect, almost having the correct timing to be able to steal that out. And that's just game sense right there. They didn't have vision, correct?
Yeah.
Or was it pulled down?
They had it pulled down, and it was a really nice aim. And what we should have seen coming out from Team Secret is one of the members is moving in front of it to prevent those snipes, because they actually could change the game for them. You know, they're not, Gankstars aren't that behind in gold, and if you had that stolen, that would have been really bad. So you wanted someone from Team Secret just moving to position to body block it.
Yeah, I mean, why do you think they didn't?
Maybe they're just feeling like Team Secret. They're unstoppable. Just Team Secret things.
It's just like the bad manner, no block. They're like, Iraqi's not going to get this.
Oh,
right?
Bad manners indeed.
Bad manners. Well, that's where you can have the pride come into play, just winning a match. But Gankstars got to be careful here. Don't want to get caught. Drifting Dark moving forward. Mowgli, questionable Malice and Verdict right there. Quibble will land on K-Volifar. It's going to be the Oblivion. Puts Techno to sleep, but they instantly wake him right back up. K-Volifar drops backwards. Not going to be able to activate that camo. Net eating a lot of damage. Does get his fountain out. Now Palma held in place and chopped down. Iraqi doing nice job with that damage, but K-Volifar able to trade and find the kill. 1 for 1 there. It's going to be a one-shot, one miss out of K-Volifar. Continue to apply pressure, but a very low energy Kestrel right here. Mowgli just hanging around, sustaining, pumping out that Malice and Verdict constantly, consistently. Ooh. Forced Accord. That was quite the forced Accord right there, and it's not going to land as Mowgli, of course, able to block that off. And it's just buying time for Iraqi. Techno jumps forward. Once the combat roll, barely gets himself out of there. Iraqi makes the rotation, gets the kill, and now it's Mowgli on the run.
That was greedy coming from Team Secret. I think they overstayed their welcome. They knew Iraqi Zara was coming at that moment. They knew that 3v2 they were going to lose, and they stayed. They lost K-Volifar. That was a bit of a throwaway death, in my opinion.
It's all in the art of the throw, truly. When you realize you have low energy and your enemies respawn, well, a sure way to die is to hang around there under the turrets. And Iraqi sniffs that out, makes the nice rotation. But 9 minutes in, this game, it's, you know, there's been so much action, but not so many kills.
I feel like this is a bit of a trend with these Team Secret games, and the last one I think was quite similar as well. You know, just not much happening. They were getting the global objectives. They weren't getting the kills though, but they were able to, you know, take someone down from Gankstars and just push on. And the same was happening from Gankstars. We weren't seeing that many aces until the end.
Yeah, we weren't. But once they started coming out, they're just all over the place. And as we look at levels, we look at items, I think Gankstars really starting to come into their own. Once you get level 8 on Iraqi and Netwet, it's going to feel like a completely different fight for these teams.
Oh, definitely. He's got that broken myth, and what you'll be wanting to see is him building up those broken myth stacks, using his Helios, just zoning them away, and then what I would love to see is a really nice Solar Storm. It'll do a lot of damage, especially if Team Secret stay clustered. And actually, it could be really easy, because we're seeing K-Volifar taking quite a forward position in those team fights, maybe a little bit too forward for quite a squishy hero.
I mean, definitely, I would agree. It seemed questionable, but that's the faith in his teammates now. Oblivion comes out. It's going to be resisted by Finn, and it's going to be, I don't know if it clipped Techno, but Techno moves in, and it's going to be cleaned up right there by Gankstars. So a nice job for Iraqi to land those skill shots and claim that for his own. And this network lead, it's really not too much.
It's really not.
I wonder, like, there's always this argument. Like, if you pick up, like, 3 core heroes, like the Samuel, the Sky, and the Kestrel, debatably, you have a whole bunch of damage at the end.
So much.
Right? But you don't have the ability to really peel for your team. You don't have that defensive capability. So, yes, you know, theoretically can burst someone down, but on the flip side, you know that Celeste can burst someone down, but you have the peel for in multiple ways.
Actually, one thing I do want to point out, if you look at Palmatoro in any of the future team fights, what he does really well is he uses his Suri Strike to reposition and try and get to Iraqi Zoro. He waits for that opening. Sometimes he gets it, sometimes he doesn't. And I think that's one of their main things. It's all about trying to get onto Iraqi Zoro here. And it's been working all right so far.
It's been working all right. Well, at some point, and we've seen this in the past, teams will realize that, hey, like, it's actually too hard to get to Iraqi, so we're just going to start dishing out damage on the frontliners. Techno will be frontlining, Net as well, and as you start to get in 3, potentially even 4 items in the late game on a hero like Sky, you can actually melt through that Finn or that Lance.
Yeah, definitely, but the thing is, we're looking at them. Techno JJ, he's building a bit of defense there right now. He's got that kinetic shield, and you've got double crystal there on the side of Team Secret, as well as that weapon coming from Give Alpha. Mowgli being on the offensive.
Nice, forced the cord. Kobo's going to be blocked off, but he does eat a bit of that damage. Palmatoro drops back. The death rim above is going to be resisted by Finn. Oblivion comes out, resisted by Finn again, but you get a couple woos, so that's always nice. Iraqi was held in place, but they weren't able to follow up. 1 shot, 1 miss, threads the needle on that one, just barely, almost landing that one, but that's Net and crew trying to get themselves out of here. Fountain was burned. There's no ability to keep himself alive, and Techno, I gotta wonder, like, what were you trying to achieve right there? Iraqi, he's still in fighting shape, but this turret should be going down very shortly. So 2 turrets down for Gankstars, and they're just pushed farther back onto their side of the map. I think one of the biggest things, I see Iraqi just dishing damage out, using the range on his Helio. This is where Celeste starts to come into her own.
Yeah.
But the biggest thing for Gankstars is keep that choke point turret up, right? Because especially with like a Finn and a Celeste.
Yeah, they need to keep it. It helps him zone. And actually, even if Team Secret get the Kraken, it's not the end of the game for Gankstars, because Celeste, as long as she stays safe, she's going to be able to take that Kraken. Now, she's got a lot of damage, and she's got that range just to poke away. And she can actually also effectively zone Team Secret away from the Kraken as well, preventing them from putting on their aggro as well. So that's very good.
And then also, is this about a 1 kilometer net worth difference here? As well? I tease.
3 kilometers.
Hashtag never forget.
Never forget.
Never forget.
Please forget.
Well, you can't forget
Just let
something
it be,
like that.
humanist. Let it be.
Okay, let it go. You were singing
You know what?
the Frozen song.
Hold
earlier.
it in.
I can't.
That's the point. That's the point of the song.
Techno
Iraqi Zoro,
misses
though.
the impale. Iraqi eating a lot of damage. Give Oliver Smells blood. Eats him up right here as Team Secret on the chase. Techno, I don't know if you're going to be getting out of this one, my man. This looks like the ace that we were talking about. Oh, come on. Can you land a skill shot? 1 shot, 1 miss, but they're able to get the ace right there. Team Secret really coming into their own and just finding a great fight. You yelled Iraqi in the beginning of that fight.
Well, you know what was happening? Look, we see Cave Alpha, he's moving to position. This is a good time for them to turn, but we see Techno JJ and Nettola, they're a little bit on the slow on the uptake for defending Iraqi Zoro. And at that point, they move, but it's a little bit too late, and actually puts them in very vulnerable as well. And we see Nettola go now. Techno JJ, he might be able to escape, he's not going to. And I felt, you know, that point, it wasn't Iraqi Zoro's positioning. Maybe he was a little bit too far forward, but actually, Techno JJ, Nettola, they responded a little bit too slowly.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I blacked out after that 1 shot, 1 miss right there. It's like for the fans, K-Vol, you got to land that to secure the ace, right? I mean, that's what the fans want.
Yeah, that is what the fans out. That's what the farms want. That I don't even know anymore.
I don't know anything anymore.
Who knows
that? If I ever did. Death Rim Above is going to be coming out, and this is the turret we talked about as like being a nice defensive tool for Gankstars, especially with the Finn. He can sit behind that wall.
And maybe one thing that's working a little bit better than the last game for Team Secret here, if you come down to it, is Kestrel. I feel like she does a lot of damage. Maybe Saw does have a little bit more DPS, but she's got that mobility. She's got the active cam on the escape that Saw just didn't really have. And I feel like Gankstars, we're not seeing them taking advantage of the CC. I've not seen many core collapses. Have you?
I've seen them, but they're not necessarily landing. And
yeah,
I think that's, you know, it comes down to the fact that that doesn't have the greatest range, and they actually have to be moving forward at you, and it's it's not an instant cast, right? There's a small delay as well, so it's not the easiest to land.
It's not the easiest to land, but when you've got the Impale, when you've got the Quibble, when you've got the Force Accord, there's a lot of tools in the Gankstars arsenal for them to enable Iraqi's Zora to land it.
But for example, like, you remember when I started screaming and yelling during the Mouse secret match yesterday?
I vaguely remember that, yes.
Vaguely remember that. That was the active camo with the Forced Accord combo, right? Now, you don't always land the combo, but when you do, it works incredibly well. So if they can land this Forced Accord into a core collapse, Quibble on top of that, some Githian wall action, we can absolutely see Gankstars just pull themselves right back into this game. But thus far, they're going to have to be careful, and then things are not going their way.
I mean, the Kraken's out. They're down to their last 2 turrets for Gankstars, and we're seeing Gankstars, I think, taking a little bit more an offensive position here, and they really do need to make sure they don't lose this next team fight. Otherwise, I think that this could be a 2-0 for Team Secret if they do.
I do agree with you right now. Like, if you get aced right now, you're gonna see Secret move forward and just melt through some turrets and just eat your Vein Crystal up. And Kvolifar, he is infused at level 12 infusion. Mowgli's level 12. Palma's level 12. He's a bit of a level disparity as well as net worth.
I mean, totally, Gankstars, there are like 3 levels in total if you put together all the players. And you want...
Caster math.
Yeah, thank you.
You're really good at that.
Oh, thanks. I just... 3 was very difficult to put together. You know what? Thank you.
I tease. Mowgli with Drifting Dark moving forward. He always throws it forward. This guy never throws it at an angle. I swear. He's like, oh, opponents, I'm going to throw him in Drifting Dark right at them. Oblivion maybe landing on a Tetno. Well, he's going to take a little bit of a nap. Maybe a nightmare depending on how this turns out here. Kvol eating a lot of damage. Gets the active camo down. Turns around. He's got breaking point stacks building up. It's going to be a lot of damage. Net does find the stun, but he goes down anyway. Now Iraqi's got to use boots to get himself out of here. Now there's your core collapse.
I see it.
Can we circle it? Can we circle it? Production.
I was right there. I was right there.
See, if I was back there, I'd be circling. I'd be drawing.
Oh, nice. Thank you.
We'd have a snowman and some smiley faces.
Fury Cam, thank you.
Yeah, good job, Fury Cam.
Oh, yes. In that fight, I just felt that Tetno, JJ, and Nettoilette, they were in the middle. They were taking a lot of damage.
Yeah.
And Iraqi's Zora was safe, but not dealing any damage out.
Exactly.
I just felt like he was running away too much. And
a beautiful solar storm.
Beautiful. Does a little bit of damage to the Kraken, so...
Well, that's that efficiency.
You know, efficiency, yeah. They're just trying to get to it before it gets to the base. But
this is going to be scary. Do they have to fight before they get in the base? I mean, where do you start this fight if you're Gankstars?
Well, the thing is, we're seeing Team Secret, they're not going to be too greedy. They're not going to go be super offensive and go in. And actually, what we're going to see them do is going to keep a pace with the Kraken. And actually, as we get to that choke point, Gankstars, they have the split focus. Do we take down this high damage team and just try and take them out before the Kraken gets there? I actually think so, yes. Because once the Kraken gets to the base, they need, you know, there's just no hope of standing up against Team Secret. There's a lot of damage coming out, and the damage is beginning now.
Yeah, damage is beginning now. Forced Accord is not going to be landing. That's a 20-second cooldown. Now they get some damage down on something, some heroes or this Kraken, but just kite backwards. Finn's going to let out that woohoo. Mowgli low on energy, but uses Corrupted Genius to keep himself in fighting shape. Kvol's quite low, forces the Fountain out of Mowgli right there. Net trying to frontline for his team, holding onto his Fountain. Death from above has been used. Iraqi just trying to drop Helios from range. One Vein Crystal turret is down. Kvol, he's going to be stunned up, but there's no damage to follow. What is going on? Tetno, Secret are so close to doing this right now. These are the moments where it gets so tense. He gets one kill onto Mowgli, but this is just Palma poking from range right now. He still has his infusion. 5 broken misstacks. They need to kill him. They need to kill this Palma Zoro. Just making it work right there. He does go down. That's going to be the ace. Kraken will be going down. And this is like, it's so reminiscent of what we saw with Mouse. Gankstars, they are alive, but just hanging on by a thread.
It's down to the crystal. It's 6-6. And actually, 3.4 kilometers. 3.4k of gold. It's actually not that bad. Stop jesting. Stop jesting. I'll stop.
How many miles is that?
5, I don't know. I don't know. No, it's 5. But actually, if Gankstars, if they get any few, like 1 or 2 of Team Secret's targets, that goal difference is just going to swing back into Gankstars' favor. They need to stay in the game. They want to put some vision down, make sure we don't see any backdoors come out from Team Secret. They did that yesterday against eSports, and that was probably one of the most exciting points.
Oh, it definitely was. And Gankstars, they have to have that in the back of their mind right now. You need vision down, especially when you're fighting up against
Where's the vision?
Where is the vision?
We need the vision.
We'll have to check. Sometimes we don't see it on the map, and it does show up on the camera, so we'll just double check that. But K-Volvar, especially on a sneaky hero like this Kestrel, right? You can get him active camo right past that mini wave, just move in there, and Gankstars could see their hopes and dreams just go up in a flash. So hopefully that's not going to be the case here.
Well, we do have a few scout chaps down. Everybody seems to be having a go-home party, and I think we're, Netflix, he's not picking up any scout chaps, so maybe they're just going to try and defend that choke point as well as they can.
This is where we can see like K-Vol actually pick up maybe a CP item just for like the increased duration on that.
The lulls.
Even just for the lulls.
I don't know. He doesn't have the space.
No strategy involved there. Just for the lulls.
Oh, for the lulls. He doesn't have the inventory, but
look at Mowgli, the drifting dark again. This guy's no fear, just drifting dark at your enemies. Techno, he's
the Oblivion.
Back. Oblivion blocked off. Very nice job, Gankstars though. Bad place right here. Net, he's gonna be forced to use his boots. This is Palma just eating. He's one-on-one, just killing Net. Colette forces the fountain out of him. Net's down. Gankstars, they're falling apart. One shot, one kill lands onto Techno. Doesn't really do that much. But look at Mowgli. He's just starting the fights for his team. He doesn't care. He's like, yeah, I'm Rome Samuel, just making it happen. I'm the best in the world.
Yeah, we have all 3 members of Team Secret Live. That Pill just missed.
Well, yes, it did. Death from above down onto Iraqi. Core collapse landed. He's gone. Oh, I saw a core collapse land. I'm freaking out. Iraqi, he's doing it. Well, not quite right there. Palma gets him with Mowgli. That's going to be the ace for Team Secret, and they're going to be claiming this series right here. The majority of the community did have faith in Team Secret. Gankstars